Hello, welcome back to another stream. Here we are in XPlane 12 yet again. Been quite a few XPlane streams recently, but that's because we've had so many great products coming out these last few weeks. And here we are with Orbx True Earth Great Britain Central for XPlane 12, and we now have the whole of the UK. We have North, South and Central all in XPlane 12. This released just this morning actually, but Orbx did give me a copy of the scenery pack, and they gave it to me slightly early as well. So a big thank you to Orbx for providing a copy of True Earth to the channel, and doesn't it look so good. Hey Google God, what's up? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Thomas, welcome. Good evening all. Last True Earth GB is complete. We'll do a couple of VFR flights just to enjoy the scenery. Oh yeah, and we're not flying up high in an airliner today. We're going to be at about I think flight level 120. We'll have to check. But we're in a turboprop today. First time on the channel. Should be pretty good. But yeah, doesn't it look good? Really nice. Hey Stan, welcome. Yeah, so we're at Manchester Airport, as you can see over there. We're just I've just placed the camera over the city so we can have a look here, and there's a city. We are on high settings, so not ultra. There are more buildings if you turn your graphics up, but we won't be doing that today, and it looks very good indeed. So there's Manchester. We're going to jump into the aircraft and look at this beautiful aircraft. We are flying the Epic E1000 here today with the G1000 and this beautiful Pratt & Whitney PT6 turboprop engine. Now I got this aircraft and two others. I got the Epic Victory jet with the G1000 and the DA62 from Arabas during the sale, and they are beautiful. So I thought we'd take this for a short hop over to Newcastle, and then from Newcastle we're going to return, but we're going to go down to Liverpool for the first time on the channel as well. So going to be in this turboprop. Sounds are absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to show you guys this aircraft. I've been flying it this morning, teaching myself, learning about the G1000, learning about turboprops. I spent hours and hours yesterday watching turboprop videos on YouTube, and you know, flying them and starting them and all of that good stuff. So yeah, I got really interested in it, and yeah, loving turboprops recently and some more GA stuff. But what we are going to do here is I'm going to brief the route for you guys. Hey Andre, welcome. So we're going to brief the route, and we are going to be all within the central region of Orbx today. So we are at Manchester Airport here by Time Models, and we are going to be departing runway 05 left on the Pole 4 Sierra departure, and from there we're flying north past Leeds here, and we're going to be flying up to Newcastle on the Pole 1 November arrival. So our departure ends and our star starts at the same waypoint, which is quite cool. Whoops. And then yeah, so from Etsy's here we're gonna vector ourselves to an ILS for the runway 07, and we'll take a look at Newcastle as one of the major cities included in this scenery pack, and it's very, very nice indeed. So we'll land at Newcastle, we'll take a look around the city here, and then we'll fly back, obviously a different flight plan. We'll fly back to Liverpool, and we'll take lesser 3 sort of major cities within this scenery pack. Hey CHR, welcome to the stream. So that's our routing today. We're going to jump into XPlane here, and we're going to go ahead and start this aircraft. So first things first, we're going to close the door and just listen to how the sounds change, and then all the external sounds get quieter. There we are. Lovely, nice and quiet in here, and oh, the engine start sound in this aircraft is what made me buy it, honestly. Very, very good indeed. So let's bring our charts up here so we can get some checklist all included. So as you can see, I got the DA62, the Epic E1000, and the Epic Victory as well. Maybe if you guys want, we can switch over to the Epic Victory for our return leg. That's up to you, but let's go to manuals, and you can see all the lovely PDFs that are provided with this aircraft. And we're going to go to checklist normal here, and we'll zoom in slightly, a bit too much. And alright, so pre-flight, let's do this, and then we'll set up the G1000 just a second. So parking brake is checked on, is this down here. Flags and wheel chocks removed. So if we go outside, we can see all the covers and chocks and all that good stuff. So we'll move that from the EFB over here. So remove the chocks. Alrighty. And condition lever to cutoff, that's our red lever here. I've got it all set on my Honeycomb Bravo. So that is down in cutoff. Switches are off. Batteries 1 and 2 can go on. Lovely sounds. So flaps down, and we can verify the operation. You can see I'm just there out the window. Go to a wing view there. So flaps are working, and let's check our fuel now. I'm just going to check on SimBrief from the flight plan. So SimBrief doesn't actually have an Epic E1000. Actually, look at the avionics here. Doesn't have an Epic E1000. You know, to use for as an airframe. So what I did is I took the PC-12, which is a sort of a similar aircraft, and I went ahead and found some of the values I need for the SimBrief profile from the Epic website, and inputted them in and made my own little profile, which once I refine it, English, once I refine that, I will probably release it on the forums or something. So let's see here, how much fuel have we got? Actually, we can just look here. So I'm just going to balance the fuel here. We have 310 kilos, and for this flight we need 432. So let's just go 432. and 30, and we'll balance it. That looks good to me. Alrighty, and you do have all these options here. So breakers, we're on reliability perfect for now. All of this is good. We have the touchscreen features as well with this G1000. It's a very good G1000 simulation. I believe it's pretty much built upon the default Laminar one, but then there's a lot of custom stuff with which Aerobask have done, and it's very, very cool indeed. So bring up the checklist once again. Lights on, verify operation and off, so that would be for the walk around. We're not going to do that. Fuel check, so we just did that, and they are balanced, left and right tank. And then we can, if we move on, it does say battery 1 and 2 switches off, but then it goes here and we sort of go and turn them back on anyway. So fullest tank or left if both, so we're going to put the left fuel tank on. And make sure that the power lever is idle, not in beta, but idle. And the propeller lever needs to be in feather. So put that there. Let's see here. So put that in feather, that's fine. And feather essentially means, if you think of the angular attack of the blades, there is essentially 0. It won't be producing any thrust at feather. And alright, landing gear is definitely down, which it is. Condition lever is also in cutoff, which is our red lever here. Switches off, and then we get batteries on. AOT can be armed, and we can actually test that. If we go over here, turn it on for 1 second, and turn it off. Now it's armed, and we did test it as well. And flaps can go back up. Now what we're going to do here is just program the G1000. I'm just going to connect the GPU just so we don't run out of battery here. And alright, let's go ahead and program our G1000 here. So go over to flight plan, and we are indeed at EGCC. And interesting, that's the first time I've had that. Of course I get issues on stream. I think we're gonna have to reload the aircraft here. Alright, my apologies guys. Again, I've done about 3 or 4 flights with this aircraft since I got it. No issues. And we get that pop up, so I apologize, but let's reload the aircraft. We won't go through all those pre-flight checks again. We'll just go straight to getting the batteries and avionics on, and programming this G1000. But it does give you guys the chance to see this beautiful Airbus Beluga background here. And yeah, really happy with these Aerobask products. Very good value for money. And yeah, I've been flying the E1000, the Victory a bit. And I need to learn the GA62. Right, anyway, let's get the batteries on. And we'll get the avionics on as well. And alright, let's get back to it then. So let's go ahead and program the this G1000 device. So let's see here, and we're going to EGNT. So we'll go EGNT. Nice little keypad down here. Last beta, yes. So I'm on the beta of the aircraft as well, which they recently released. They just did an open beta program, so I am on the open beta of this aircraft as well, and on the latest XPlane 12.1 beta 5 as well. Oh yes, Thomas and Stan, how's the weather? Hoping it's a lot better. And alright, so we'll put that in, and then we're going to go to procedure, and we're going to select our departure here, and it's going to be the Pole 4 Sierra. So we'll enter that, we'll load that, go back to procedure, let's set our arrival, which is the Pole 1 November arrival. We'll load that, and then because our SID and our star start and end at the exact same time, so at the exact same waypoint, so we don't have a sort of an in-between waypoint, but that's fine. Now let's do our approach. Which plane? I was a few minutes after you started. I'm in the Epic E1000 from Orbx here today, and it's a beautiful, beautiful aircraft. Really, really nice. Just wait till you hear the engine sounds. They are very, very good. And yeah, I'll be doing a full Orbx stream on probably all 3 planes next week some point. Numerous G1000 updates in 12.1 added traffic map page, airport meta flags, storm scope page, and others. You bought it at the exactly right time. Yes, Stan. After all those G1000 updates, I thought, I need to learn the G1000. And just last week, I was like, okay, let's maybe we'll start with the default Cessna G1000, right? And then I saw these on sale, and then I saw that they've done an open beta for the aircraft, and started watching some Q8 videos and streams on it, and I heard the sounds, and oof, yeah, sold me. Up until 20 minutes ago, it was a beautiful day, thunder and lightning are surrounding us at the moment. It should pass in about 2 hours according to the Weather Bureau. Thanks for asking. Well, glad it's getting better there, Stan. Hey, CJ Happy Meal, welcome. So, we needed to do our approach, which is going to be the ILS 07 with no transition, so we'll just do vectors. We do want minimums, so we'll turn that on. And our minimums is, yeah, I watched some great videos on the G1000 doing all of this stuff, so really happy I finally got around to learning it. And okay, so minimums today is 363, so let's just set that. We'll go 360, that's the closest we're gonna get. So we'll enter that, we'll load it, we don't want to activate it yet. And alright, so here we have the touchscreen, so if we bring our mouse over here and use a scroll wheel, we can zoom in and out. And you can see our flight plan there. Very nice. And with this touchscreen, you can do things like, if we hover over our heading bug here, you can use a scroll wheel to change the heading. Altimeter, you can do it with the altitude selection here. So actually we need to set this to 120, flight level 120, and we'll set this stuff later. So yeah, it's a really cool, the touchscreen's really, really cool as well. And you can click on it and then input a, you know, a figure. So actually, whilst we're on that, let's do that now. And we'll go to, let me just get the weather up here on my on my tablet. And it's going to be 1028, so we'll put 1028 in. And altimeter is set, lovely stuff. And let's actually connect the GPU so we don't get the back discharging light. And alright, so G1000 is pretty much all good to go here. And autopilot is sort of set. We'll do some more of that stuff later, but for now, let's continue here. So, we did all of this, so now we can start the engines. And we're not gonna, actually we are gonna get rid of all the chocks. There we are. And we're not gonna need a pushback, we're just gonna go right from the stand, do a little 180 here. And so, we're going to take a look at the engine start checklist here. So battery voltage needs to be above 23 volts, which we are. We're on 28 volts, as you can see there. Strobes on. I don't know why it says this, because we won't really have strobes on until we're at the runway. So we'll leave that for now, but we'll get the nav lights on. Or maybe the strobes and the beacon are in one switch on this aircraft. I'll have to check that. Fuel pump on, selected tank. So let's use the right tank, since that's more full. And, oh, we need to redo our fuel, don't we? Because it reset, so 432. Balance that, and now they're both balanced, so we're actually going to use the left tank. And it does have auto tank switching, so. Here the rain continues, it just doesn't stop. Oh, Thomas, I hope it stops soon. I really, really do. Right. Fuel pump on selected tank, so we'll get the left fuel pump on. And we can look, if we go to system here, we can see our fuel pressure is 23 psi, and we need more than 14, so that's good. Now if we switch the tank to the right tank, We go down to 0 because we're not using the right fuel tank. So now if we switch the right fuel tank on, sorry, the pump, we get pressurization again and it's above 14. So that's good to go. We're going to put that back to the left. And alright, so to start this aircraft then, pretty simple. There's just a couple of things that we need to monitor as well. So I'm going to talk you through it. I've got all this stuff locked down in my head. I've done a few engine starts this morning to make sure I remember it. So what we're going to do, we're going to press the start button down here, and then we're going to, at 9% NG here, we're going to hit the igniter. Then at 15% NG, we're going to put the condition lever into low idle. So, oh, that's the wrong one. So around here somewhere will be low idle. And then just monitor the ITT and all of that. Make sure we don't get a hot start. And we want to monitor the NG so we don't make sure we don't get a hung start, which I have had actually. And then we can get the igniter off. One thing I do want to show you. Good news for us is that the reservoirs and lakes are full, so no drought this summer. We hit 37 degrees one day last week before the storm. Wow. So I do want to show you this. When we hit the igniter, do you guys hear that clicking? And from outside? Very cool. I like the sounds. That's the igniters. So we're going to go ahead and start the engine here. Let's see if we can get a view. So we're going to monitor ITT here, and that can't be at anything above 1,000 degrees for anything more than 5 seconds. So we're going to monitor that so we don't get a hot start. And we're going to monitor our NG. So let's hit start. There's 9%. Hit the igniters. Fuel into low idle. And oh boy, those sounds. And it's going to peak. It will drop a bit and then it'll go back up. There's the drop. There it goes, back up. And 51% NG, good start, get the igniters off. And ITT is fine as well, actually it was quite a cool start, so that's good. And right, let me know how the sounds are. And alright, so we got a good engine start then. Beautiful, beautiful sounds. And so, check the start gen switch is on, which it should come on automatically, which is here, and it is on. And if we check our voltage, we need between 27 and 28.4, and we have 28 here, which is perfect. And oil pressure needs to be above 60 psi. We got 102 there, so that is looking good as well. And alright, after engine start then, pressurization air, we'll turn that on. Lighting as desired, so the lighting is over here. Get all of this turned on all the way up. Good stuff. Altimeter is set. We've got our flight plan. Voltage, we've done that. And alright, so we can now taxi. So we're going to put the propeller lever fully forward. Condition lever, we're going to keep at flight idle. And then brakes are going to go. We're going to check our brakes. We're going to set our flaps for takeoff and get taxiing here down to the runway. So let's, oh, we didn't close the door, we should probably do that. And there you go. And you can hear pressurization, that it's, you know, being pressurized, very cool stuff. So let's get rid of the parking brake here. Prop can go full forward. And alright, we can get out of here, and we want NG on the minimum 900, so we're good there. And we'll taxi out to runway 05 left. Now we've got 1200 set. We want to set our autopilot here, so we want nav. You see it comes up there, GPS, and then we want flight level change, and we want this. We're gonna shoot 220. Perfect. And we'll refer to some performance charts as well for our cruise. So yeah, Orbx sure, very nice indeed, and we're flying sort of nice and low today, so we'll have a nice opportunity to take a look at all the true earth. We're flying from you know, busy residential area, and then we're going to be flying over some of the Great British countryside, and then over to Newcastle. So I'll turn the sounds back up. Lovely plane. I'm really enjoying flying this this turboprop Epic E1000. Not much information online about the aircraft. But it is seemingly quite it's a newer aircraft, and they did actually just certify a few weeks ago the GX new version of this aircraft. Max speed it's around 350, I believe. This thing is like a jet. Climb speed is amazing. If you watch some videos on YouTube on it, it is crazy. It's really cool. So we're going to take this intersection here. We're just going to stop and set our parking brake. Bring up the checklist once again. So we need to set our takeoff flaps as well. So all of this is done. We checked our brakes, our trim is set. So what we also need to do here is get our auto select, our pusher for the yoke, autopilot, master, and our trim on. So now we can trim, and we're on takeoff, so that's perfectly fine. And there is performance charts, Andre, so we'll take a look at those once we're in the air. Before takeoff, so we're going to hold the brakes. Flight controls, let's just do a quick flight control check. So full left, full right, full forward, full back. Lovely. And notice how the aircraft pitches up very slightly when I pull the elevator. That's you know, all the airflow from the propeller actually, you know, doing work on the elevator, and makes that elevator just slightly effective. Really nice. So power lever, we'll advance that to 1500 on the NP here, which is our RPM. So the 1500 propeller lever, pull 2/3 to remain above 1000. So pull 2/3, and we're still above 1000, so that's fine. And put that back full forward for takeoff. Idle the power levers. Let's make sure our transponder is set. So we'll go here, transponder on. Lovely stuff. And verify all of this stuff. Get igniter on for takeoff, just in case. Pitot heat on. So in IMC, we'll turn it on because we're probably going to be flying through some clouds here. So let's get the pitot heat on. External lights. So taxi, landing, strobe lights can go on. And yeah, so we're only going to use 80% NG. So and then we're taking off at 80 knots, and we'll pitch about 140 for our initial climb out of here. So let's just also get the performance guidelines ready. So as you can see here, it gives you, I hope you guys can see this, I can't make Avitab any bigger, unfortunately. But we get all our speeds here, you know, VSO, VS, VX, VX, we've got flaps on takeoff, VY, VZ, all of that good stuff. Max speed, there you go, Andre, so max speed 325 knots, and for best cruise 175 knots. Service ceiling in this is flight level 340, really high for a turboprop, so yeah, really cool. Best glide 135, so that's good to know in case of an engine failure. And we'll get our other performance up here as well, and as you can see, it gives us all of our performance stuff here. And we've got, these are the values here I used for my Simbri profile as well, the custom one I made. So it gives you everything, it really does. Very detailed from Airbus. So I'm going to get this ready for our climb checklist then. And let's taxi onto the runway. Make sure I can go fully forward now, take off, and you can see I'm not putting any power in, throttles are at minimum, And look at, we're already, you don't need any power to get this thing moving. That's why I left the mixture at low idle for taxi, otherwise you just taxi so quick. See, we've got flaps takeoff here, so that's all good. And we'll line up with the runway. And let me just recycle traffic local so that aircraft can fly towards us. Alrighty, so we're going to go up to 80% on the NG for our takeoff then. So let's go to Newcastle. I'm just going to zoom out on the G1000 here, lovely stuff. And alright, we'll slowly advance the throttle levers. That's looking good. 80 knots, we'll rotate. Gears coming up. Already at 120, so flaps can come up as well. Got a bit of wind. Go for a flyby. Yeah, very powerful aircraft. As Stan says, 80% is still pretty high, so I'm going to throttle back slightly here. And we'll pitch down because we want to go for 220. So we're on nav, flight level change, we need to hit our yaw damper as well actually, and then flight level change, and we'll set 220, so let ourselves speed up there. Yeah, it's so quick. Ourselves speed up there. I'm gonna bring our just get the aircraft trimmed out here, and as we enter the clouds, so I'm gonna bring our RPM back slightly using the prop lever, about 1500. That's good, alright. And we'll get back on our course here. There's 220. Set the throttles to about 95% torque. Alright, there's a turn. Turn with it, and let's get the autopilot on. Autopilot is on. Or did we... Oh, we clicked... Oh, whoops. So we need to go back to flight level change. 220. Alright, lovely. And now we can get the autopilot on. Okay, there we go. Alright. 80% power is pretty high. I found you probably live sooner if they're in your head. Yeah, it is super powerful. I still need to get used to this aircraft, just a little bit. Where are we going here? Still wants to go to runway 05. Direct to... Again, I always get issues on stream and nowhere else. Okay, that looks better. Right, let's get back on track here. That's probably me doing something wrong, but Get back on track here, holding 220 nicely. We're getting up to 1,200. Not that, that's 12,000. And pull the power a little bit as we level off here. And we'll get a nice power setting here set for our cruise. Actually, we can cruise at quite faster, so we'll go maybe to 60. The aircraft accelerate. Like a rocket, absolutely, Thomas, yeah. Looking forward to seeing how you slow the aircraft down for landings at the Phenom 300 responsive flight. Oh yeah, it really, really does. You've got to be on top of this aircraft, you really do. And it's what I really enjoy about it, you know. You really do have to stay on top of the aircraft. Igniter can go off. And so climb gear is up, flaps are up, igniter's off, power. So we don't want our ITT anything more than 760, we're not right now. On our NG max 101. Bring the power back slightly more. And yeah, we're looking good here. All of this stuff is done. We need to set our if we go to PF standard barrow, and it's going to make us climb back up now. It's my fault. And yeah, there are performance tables here, as we saw earlier. As you can see. And once we're nice and steady here, we'll get a nice power setting in, just hold at 260. Gonna make a turn here. And then we'll take a look at the scenery here, because it looks absolutely beautiful. Look at this. Orbx, I've done it again. Looks so good. Oh yeah, just as we turn. Lovely. That was a perfect turn that the aircraft did there. So we should get nicely back on track here. I'm going to pull the power a little bit. And we do of course have a constant speed propeller in this aircraft. That's why we set our RPM for 1,500. Just pull the throttle a little bit. Alrighty, so on track there, nicely. And we're now cruising. Using the Nikon Bravo. And look at this scenery here. Lovely. Why are we turning? Oh yeah. So we're going to pole. We're at 120. All looking good. Get a bit more power in there. No auto throttle in this aircraft. And remember, the aircraft, you know, the actual aircraft is a beta as well, and so is the sim. So yeah, we're looking good there. 260. And look at this scenery. Very nice indeed. We've got Huddersfield off to our right. We leave Manchester behind us. It looks very good. I love the sound of the turboprops. Lovely. Look how quick it is. And yeah, this thing will go up to flight level 340. It's just that's obviously too high for our short hop today. Down to up to Newcastle. But it is indeed a nice flight. Lovely aircraft to fly. We can mess about with the Garmin here, so you can go to PFD. You can get our wind options. So I like option 3. You can turn it off. And we got all the usual stuff that you would expect from a G1000. And the aircraft, in terms of the flight model, handles absolutely beautifully. It really does. Max range. Let's take a look at the performance tables. It tells us somewhere here. So range maximum at 325 knots, and that's your true airspeed. 1,385 nautical miles. Range for your economy cruise at 265 true airspeed is 1,650. This Epic E1000, absolutely a beautiful, beautiful plane. First turboprop I've flown in XPlane, and it's beautiful. Look at that. And Airbus have done an amazing job with this. You know, I think it was $22 when on sale. Incredible value. I mean, $22 for a plane as sophisticated as this. It's really nice. Really, really nice. Let's take a look back here. Yeah. Very nicely done. The sounds are exceptional. They really, really are. I fly this in VR and it's great. Yeah, it really is. I really enjoy it. Nice, different to, flying big airliners. But I'm enjoying it. I really am. I flew the Victory the other day as well. The Epic Victory, which is a very nice aircraft, sort of similar to this, except it's obviously a single engine jet aircraft, no turboprop. And then I got the DA62, which I've not flown a huge amount so far, but I will get to it. I just got really invested in the turboprops when I was doing a bunch of researching yesterday on turboprops, and I saw a really great in-depth video on how exactly the Pratt & Whitney PT6, which is the turboprop we have in this aircraft and many, many others, a very, very popular turboprop engine, how that works, and yeah, really, really interesting stuff. And then I watched videos on learning the G1000, so I managed to, get up to scratch for the G1000. Still lots to learn, but yeah, very cool. As we look at the lovely Orbx True Earth scenery here. And now we have the whole of the UK. So happy that they've done Central now, and it looks very, very good. All the synthetic vision, see we're still at 260 knots, so that's we've got a nice power setting there. It all looks good. You have a nice nose view here. I was surprised how fast the E1000 can go. Yeah, it's super fast and super powerful. I mean, 1200 horsepower this aircraft has. It is so powerful. It really is. And you feel the torque on takeoff when you can't slam the throttles forward. It does have a torque limiter built in, by the way. A big thing for turboprop engines is when you advance the power, you don't want to over torque the aircraft. There's two things you want to watch out for, is especially in cruise, over torquing the aircraft or over getting too hot with the ITT, and you don't want to over torque turboprops. That can cause a whole host of issues, but this aircraft does have a torque limiter, which is quite nice. It's very, very sophisticated. Yeah, it's so fast. It is quite literally got the performance of a jet. It really does. Yeah, good job. It's a nice day here in the UK. One live weather. It's up to you guys, like I said, but if you want, we can switch to the Epic Victory for our flight on the way back. It's sort of a Cirrus SF50 looking jet, but it looks very nice and flies very nice. And that also has the G1000. But it's up to you. We can take this back to Liverpool, or we can take the Victory. Unfortunately, none of which have SimGrid profiles, but I set up a custom one for this aircraft. Let's check our fuel. So we've got more in the right side still, so we'll leave the tank on the right tank. That's fine. Got an angle of attack sensor here. This is quite cool. I do like having this. You can bring up the EFB, by the way, by clicking the Epic logo here. It's quite cool. And you know, you can get your crew. You can switch when you're on the ground, or you might be able to switch them now. Deliveries, you've got a load of deliveries. You can open the doors, of course, chops, GPU. Got all these options. So for the G1000 PFD here, you can be changing it to topology and terrain. Topology, you can remove synthetic vision entirely if you want it. Yeah. Very, very cool stuff. You can change the flight directors to cross-pointer flight directors, as you can see there. You can change the MFD and the SC500, the standby instrument down here. And you got all the sounds here and the about page. Very nice. Yeah, I've always been. Airbus makes beautiful planes. Yeah, absolutely. I've always been recommended their products, but I've always been into airliners, and they've not been making airliners. So I was like, I should try them out, and I flew the Robin DR400, the freeway Airbus aircraft, recently. I really loved it, and that's freeway. And I thought, let's try some other Airbus stuff. Hey, Alex, welcome to the stream here. We're looking at the newly released Orbx Central. Very, very nice indeed. And the Epic E1000. Done another flyback, because the sounds on this turboprop are so good. I really, really love the sounds. Oh, we're only at flight level 120 here, Alex. Low enough to see what we need to see, right? Airspeed's holding nicely at that thrust setting, so that's good. And so if we look, I'm just going to check the charts here. We need to start our descent. At this waypoint here, the chart says we need to be at flight level 120, which we're at now, and then after that, at ETSI's, we need to be at flight level 090, so we'll start our descent then. What's this weird plane has through the weirdest Boeing I've ever seen? Well, it does have a yoke. We are in the Epic E1000 by Airbus. Beautiful, beautiful aircraft. First time flying the turboprop on the channel. And we'll get ready to start a descent here in just a second. I'm just going to set 9,000 here. And we will go vertical speed. And see if we can just go here and scroll from here, so we can go we've got minus 1,500 feet per minute. That worked well. We'll just bring the power back here. That worked well for me earlier on my test sector. And then we'll vector ourselves to the approach. So as you can see there, we have our our arc telling us when we're going to hit flight level 090, and it's perfect. So leave it at that. We'll just monitor our speed. We'll go down to 220. power back. And so we had a descent checklist. So power, reduce, airspeed less than 270. Pitot heat check on, ATIS, we don't need to do that. Approach, we don't need to do that. Navigation, we'd set all that up earlier. And everything else here is looking good. I'm going to set the QNH a bit early. So let's see. And what is the QNH for Newcastle? And it's 1028. So go off standard and we'll 1028 already set. Perfect. So we don't need that. And look at it handling the winds there. There's 220. Oh, windy. Lucky GA. Lucky GA. We're going to be doing some more GA flying on the channel. So we're going to go heading mode. I'm just going to set my heading to 340 should do. Actually, we'll do 3. Yeah, we'll do 340. And we'll go heading. And we'll continue our descent down to 2200, which is our platform altitude. And vertical speed 1500 should be fine. Very nice, very wise start early. Things seem to happen very fast in this aircraft. Yes, definitely got to start early. Look at that nice Orbx scenery. Yeah, we're in the cloud there for a second, but looks good. We're on high setting today. Since we're in a GA aircraft, we can pump the graphics up a little bit higher. I'm gonna do 330 actually, and then if we go here to procedure, and we'll activate vectors to final. There we are, good stuff. And let's do 200 now. So I'm only really setting the speed bug here, so I have a bug for reference, but no auto throttle in this aircraft. So descending nicely, you can see just there we got our arc, so descending at a nice rate so far to intercept the center fix there. What is this plane? Looks interesting. It is the Epic E1000 from Airbus. I think it's still on sale, $22. Very, very good. Turbo prop, and it is a beautiful, beautiful aircraft. I just got it during the sale. Look at this. And yes, indeed, we'll go down to 180. Any reason not using flight level change? No, we can use it. We can for sure. I'm just using vertical speed because it worked well for me on my test sector. Really, that's the only reason. We did use flight level change on the way up though. It doesn't look like a Boeing, so I guess it messed up Airbus. 5,000, so descending nicely here. Bring power all the way back. Never heard of this aircraft, nor did I before I looked at the sale. Not a particularly well-known aircraft, but it's very cool. I was doing a lot of researching on it last night, and it's a very nice aircraft indeed. Don't need the G1000, does it all terrific? Yeah, absolutely. The G1000. The more I learn about it, that I've been doing, the last few days, just learning about the G1000. Oh. How amazing is it? It does so much. I'm just going to shallow out of descent a little bit. We need to be at 2200. And let's see here. All of this looks good. Leave it on for now. And we'll get the prop fully forward once we get closer to the runway. we are slowing down barely. Yeah, Alex, that's what I've been doing the last few days. Just really getting to know the G1000. But hey, look at this. Now we're lower down. It still looks fabulous. This Orbx shore. And I'm going to just fly out a little bit so we can get a nicer intercept angle for the glide slope. I'll just shallow out our descent here even more to about 800 feet per minute. That's fine. Slow it down 160. You know what, we'll set 95, which is our landing speed. And now, we won't slow down that much just yet. And I'm gonna, in just a sec, turn us to the intercept. So we'll go fly 010. And then we'll arm the approach. Approach is armed, right? I'm going to do a King Air trip from EHLE to Central US. Oh, that sounds brilliant, Stan. So, we should intercept the localizer shortly. There's the runway. Should be intercepting. There it is. There's the turn, lovely. Glide slope is above us, so that's fine. We're going to level out. Prop can go fully forward now. That's actually going to help us slow us down. Got more drag. Yeah, a couple of stops along the way for sure, yeah. There's 160. Get the first stage of flaps in here. Flaps is takeoff, lovely. We're slowing down nicely here. Sounds are really nice, yeah. It's one of the main reasons I pulled the trigger on this aircraft. The turboprops just sound so good. So we're at 130 knots, that's fine. And let's see, how far away are we? 6 miles. So put the gear down. And now we'll go to the next set of flaps. 112, and we'll hold the speed around there, and then we'll go down to 95 for our landing. It tends to work really well for me, but we are flying. We're going to intercept the glide slope, just a second. It's difficult to see because out this aircraft on the landing, but that's fine. There's the glide slope. Alright. Lovely stuff. Yeah, I had no idea how to do an ILS in a G1000, so I learnt it last night with a brilliant video from a real flight instructor. And start bringing that speed back. Props fully forward, condition lever fully forward for landing. Igniter on, just in case. And alright, we're good to go here. So, let's get the yaw damper off. Autopilot off as well, my aircraft. And yeah, as you can see, you only can barely see the runway there. We'll fly this approach. I always end up getting a bit low in this aircraft, but let's see what we can do here. We didn't look at the checklist, but that's fine. I'm pretty sure we've got everything slightly off the center line, so that's correct. So speed, landing speed is really anything between 90 and 100 from what I've seen. Obviously it does depend on payload, but hold this attitude. Glide slope's looking good. Low glide is looking good. You can see the meatball, as they call it, the little green flight path vector.
500.
They call it the meatball apparently on with in GA, and then the bird in an Airbus. So I've heard it called two different things. That's our flight path vector. Really want to place that right on the runway there for the synthetic vision. And I guess our pilot is really short in this aircraft because it's difficult to see the runway. Might have to move the view up a little bit.
400.
We don't want to get low here. And landing this thing is really, really nice. It really is.
$300.
Looking good here.
200. $100. Glide slope.
Correct that center line. Dial starts to get really sensitive here, so
Glide slope.
bring the power back. Put it down. Lovely stuff. Right, we're going to beta and reverse. And you hear these lovely sounds here in just a second. There it is. And I will get out of beta. And I'm going to bring the mixture to low idle. And we'll take this exit. Alrighty. Lovely stuff. So we'll taxi to the ramp. And what I'll do is I'll run a poll here in just a second. And we'll see if we're taking the E1000 or if we're taking the Victory down to Liverpool. We'll take a look at the replay as always. So still got to keep it on the brakes a little bit during the taxi so we don't speed up too much. Hey, thanks Stan, thanks Thomas. Appreciate that. Yeah, not bad landing. And synthetic vision working really well, yeah, absolutely. Hey, thanks Andre. Is this more FPS friendly than the XPlane 11 one? I don't know. I didn't have the XPlane 11 one, unfortunately. I will say it's pretty FPS friendly. I'm getting high FPS than most of the airliners. You know, obviously it's a GA aircraft, so. We'll taxi here to the stand. Let's see if we can run a pole in the background. I won't be able to really see where I'm going. But that's fine. And alrighty. And right, how do I run a poll? There it is, start a poll. Which aircraft shall we take to Liverpool? And we'll put the E1000 or the Victory, which is a jet. Slow it down here, make a right here. So I'll start that. Alrighty, so landing light can go off, so can the strobe. And alright, let's see where we're gonna park. Over there somewhere should be fine. Alright, this is perfect. Alright, we'll just stop here, give ourselves a bit of space. And alright, parking brake is set. And now all we do for... actually, you're meant to leave it for a minute. And then we'll pull the condition lever to cut off. So you're meant to leave it for 1 minute. You can get this stuff off. Now igniter can also go off. No worries, Stan. I promised my grandson in Liverpool that I'd watch the Real Madrid Dortmund game with him, so I'm off to FaceTime. Everyone be well. No worries. Have fun with your grandson there, Stan. We're flying to Liverpool, actually, ironically. So, but yeah, you have fun. Have a good game. Victory, no clue what that is. Well, we'll see, won't we? We'll see, Alex. Alright, lovely. So, right, so we can put the condition lever to cut off now. You can see the doors are now have unsealed themselves, so it's unpressurized. And literally the you know, shutdown sequence of this aircraft is all switches off. So we need to get the fuel tank, or propeller was meant to go back as well. Back 1, back 2 off. Lovely. So that's our first flight done. Oh, is it 50-50? Of course it's 50-50. Let's have a look. And it's 50-50. Okay. Well. There's 17 of you. And we've got 7 votes. Let's get some more votes in. Let's get to 10 at the very least. Victory's winning now. So Victory is a small private jet, but while we do that, it's like a Cirrus SF-50 sort of aircraft. Let's look at this beautiful Orbx True Earth here. Let's head over here to Newcastle City while we do that. Yeah, if it's a 50-50, we'll go for the Victory, I think, to make it different. And oh, we need to look at the replay. Let's do that before we look at the city, otherwise it'll take ages to get the replay done. So I just need to finish the flight on Volanta, which it has done automatically. Why I love Volanta. And okay, so flight. Let's take a look at this replay then. So there's the you know, the Garmin devices get a little bit messed up in replay, but that's fine, as you can see. So let's take a look at this landing. We'll take a look at a few different views here. Not my best. I got a minus 53 feet per minute when I did my test sector, so we'll hope for a slightly better landing when we land at Liverpool. The sounds. I love him so much. And we have this view here. Off centre line as well, but... And alrighty, so now we can take a look at Newcastle. So this is all True Earth. This is default Newcastle, by the way. Integrates really nicely with the True Earth. We're on high settings, so other than textures, which are on medium actually. CJ Happy Meal, thank you very much. And we'll head over, and it just, yeah, looks so good. Really nice. Performance is great as well. I've not seen any drop in performance compared to when I just had Ortho and Sim Heaven here, so nicely optimized. and we'll head over here. There is the bridge somewhere as well, which we'll take a look at that. It's quite an iconic bridge here in Newcastle. We need Orbx for the Netherlands. Yeah, we need Orbx for the whole world, for sure. For sure. What are your specs? I'll go through them in just a second. And yeah, here we are. This is Newcastle. It's not a huge city here in the UK. Got a train station here. I'm not particularly familiar with the city. I've never been here, but it looks good to me. We got the famous bridge. This is from the screenshot from the thumbnail, actually. And this is a famous bridge in Newcastle. I've honestly no idea what it's called, but it's there. So you got all these custom landmarks, custom bridges, custom building here. And just all in all, looks really nice. The mesh, very good. And we've got this, looks like we've got a stadium here. Look at that. Looks really, really nice. We'll take a better look at Liverpool. I have actually been to Liverpool, so that's quite nice. Maybe we'll be able to pick out some landmarks there. But all in all, yeah, looks really nice. Orbx short F. Let's see how this poll is doing. So, the victory has won by 1 vote. So that's good. So, all right. In that case, let's do our flight plan. So, I'm going to bring up SimBrief on the screen for you guys here in just a second. Drish, you in 12.1 B5? I am. With the Laminar research fix from their Discord where you download the new exe file, I've done that as well. So, let's bring SimBrief up here. What's the AI plane plugin? That is Traffic Global from Just Flight. So, airline, we obviously Cuda Airlines, and we'll go 818 on the flight number as always. And then we're going to be departing EGNT here. So EGNT, and we're going to Liverpool, which I can't remember the ICO code for right now. Liverpool EGGP, yes, there it is. And alright, so we don't have a SimBrief profile for this aircraft. I've not managed to do a custom one, but we're going to use the SF50 because it's quite a similar aircraft. So we're just going to use that for now. That should be, close enough. And 166 nautical miles, alrighty. So we'll generate that. And let it do that stuff. Alright, so let's go into Navigraph and we'll import the new flight plan, EGNT to EGGP. And let's take a look at the SIDs here. So the Pol 1 Lima looks good to me. And then we're going to do... They have an ILS? Yes, they do. What's the weather in Liverpool? 330 at 11. So we're going to use the ILS 27. So ILS 27 final. That'll be good. We'll probably just vector onto that, to be honest. We're not going to fly this whole star here. And the alternate is Birmingham. Lovely. So, that's our route. Runway 07 for our takeoff and the Girl 1 Tango departure. Flying south and then to the west to arrive for the ILS runway 27 on the Pol 1 Lima arrival into Liverpool. So let me jump into XPlane here. Pop the bar at the top back, and I'm just going to have to very quickly just reset that flight. So we need to switch to the airport as well. John Lennon International, yes. So EGNT, I'm just going to switch all this out at the top for you. EGGP, hit OK on there, and then the ICO code for the Vision Jet is not Vision Jet, Victory is EVIC. So I'll put that up there. Lovely. Now let's switch out our aircraft. So Epic Victory G1000, we'll go with this matte grey. Look at that. And EGNT. And we'll spawn in there. Engines off. Alright. That shouldn't take too long to load in, since the scenery is already loaded in. And alright, go for our second leg here to Liverpool. And yeah, this aircraft pretty much, is very similar inside. You'll see what I mean. Very similar layout. And of course it does have the G1000 as well, but very, very slightly different because we're not flying a turboprop. We're now flying a a turbofan jet engine. So let it load here. And yeah, two brilliant aircraft from Airbus, and the GA62 is great. That's very similar to the SR22. Yeah, it's more similar to the Vision Jet, I'd say. Hey, Nicky called me Drizzle. Hey, how you doing? And alrighty, look at this lovely little jet here. So cool. So I think I need to set my XP realistic. So I'm just gonna copy from E1000 here. Where is it? E1000 copy, use, and turn that on. Alright, let's get the doors closed so we have that horrible wind noise goes away. And we'll connect the GPU as well. And alright, so if we go to Avitab here, we don't need all of these, so I'm just going to get rid of these real quick and bring up the new ones. So Epic Victory, manuals, and normal operation. So we've got our checklist there, and then we can get our performance guidelines. Lovely. So let's go ahead and start this aircraft. Again, look at this, all very, very similar. So we'll go BAT1, BAT2, avionics master. Can go on. And alright, let's set up this G1000 then. So I don't have views set. Right. So let's go to flight plan here. And we're going to be heading down to flight plan. And we're heading to EGGP, so we'll use this little keypad down here. EGGP. That'll probably look better for you guys. And so we'll enter that, and then we're going to go to procedure. And because we again are just that the new Avitab beta. No, it's not. I've still not upgraded actually. No, I do need to for sure. So flight plan again is really simple. It's pretty much actually we do have some waypoints, so that's good. Let's put our departure in, which is the Girl 1 Tango. So we'll load that. And then how do we... Alright, I guess we'll just change this. So from there we're going to Pol. P-O-L. Oh, brilliant. So I'll just enter it like that. Lovely. Alright, so, and then we're going to W-A-L. So, W Alpha Lima. And we'll enter that, and then from there to Barros. Enter that. Lovely. Yes, I do want the beta, absolutely. I need to try it out. I've seen some of the new features, looks pretty cool. So Alex, yeah, I will for sure, absolutely. Right, and then we can go to our procedures page, select our arrival, which is going to be the Pol 1 Lima. So we'll load that, and then go to our approach, which is going to be ILS 27. And just vectors. We are going to have ILS27 vectors. How do we go back? So we are going to have minimums, and those minimums are 178. So we can use keypad 178. Oh, we can't use the keypad. My bad for minimums. So 180 is the closest, so we'll enter that, load that. Alright, Where's our flight plan? So there, so EGNT to NTE05, and then there's our whole departure there. As we get closer to Liverpool, we'll go vectors probably. And did we get we are on GPU. So, no, we don't want to zoom out that much, we want to zoom in. And okay then, so that's all set. Altitude today is we're actually going up higher. Hey Fix, welcome. So we're going up higher. We are going to 180. Just like that. And QNH is already set. Barometrics, baro is set. We'll leave that for now. Right, let's go through our checklist. Do you use SAM? I do not, because it has issues in 12.1. I'm currently using a free alternative called OpenSAM. So, let's go to the checklist. We don't need to do that. So, fuel selector. Oh, we need to do our fuel. let's do that. Where's our fuel? Alright, so we need 443 kilograms, so there it is. We'll balance that. That looks good. And alright, now we can continue with the rest of the checklist. Does OpenSAM show up in your plugins? OpenSAM does, but it doesn't have the same menu as SAM. It's, it's pretty much just this. But for me, it works a lot better. So, we have the GPU connected. We will have the fuel selector on the left. Power is at idle. The flaps are up. Landing gear lever is down. Battery switches 1 and 2 are on. Avionics master is on. Check the ELT. So pretty much the same. We'll just go down. So, and that's armed. And parking brake is set. And alright, so for engine start, it's really simple. All we need to do is get the fuel pump on. Battery voltage, just need to make sure we're above 24, which we're not. Should be on external power. We're only like 0.2 volts off, so we should be okay. We can get our beacon light on, and our nav actually as well. Fuel selector, so we check our fuel pressure. We have more than 14 psi, so we're good there. We got 30. Also for time models, EGLL for the option folder, which one do you use if you have auto? I would recommend using the flat version. The flat no auto. Or if you want the time models auto, you can use that. Hey Steve, good evening. Welcome to the stream. So fuel pump is on, fuel pressure, all that good stuff. And then pretty much what we're going to do is hit the start button. And then at 12% N2, which we can see just here, we're going to hit the igniter and just monitor the oil pressure, the ITT. And then above 25% is our ground steady idle. We can get rid of the igniter. So let's go ahead and do that. Again, lovely sounds. Let's just make sure. Let's remove the shocks. Parking brake is set. Alright, so we'll go ahead and hit start. And hit igniter. And then the engine has already started there. So get the igniter off. Look at that. So we can now get rid of the GPU. Good stuff. And continue with our checklist. Fix, I'm more than happy to help you. If you just join my Discord, put a message in there. We can do it there. It's a little bit harder to do it in the YouTube chat. So, igniter is now off. Gen switch is on, which is already automatically done it. And now we can check our voltage between 25 and 28.4. We're on 26.4, so we're good there. Oil pressure, we've got 19 psi. We need 15 minimum, so we're good. And GPU is disconnected. Right, after engine then. So trim, master can go on. Pressurization can go on. Oxygen open, so open it there. External lights as desired, we're good for now. Avionics has been set, altimeter set, flight plan is as required, voltage is check, and we can go for our taxi. So, got our taxi light on, disconnect our parking brake, and we're just going to make a very steep corner here to the left. Nose fixed, it's absolutely fine, and alrighty. Get our yoke back, just reposition my mic here. Let's go to runway 07. Very quick startup for this aircraft. Just gonna get the lights, the displays up a little bit brighter here. And we can set takeoff flaps. And let's just actually see where we're going here. So it's runway 07. Alright, we can go straight here. Alrighty. So altimeter set, everything is set, and again a very another very powerful aircraft, brilliantly made by Orbx. We'll take a right here. Flight control check, for left, for right, for forward, for back. And we'll make a left here for runway 07. Nice sounds again on this aircraft, although I think the turboprop sounds better. And alright, let's just stop here. Put the parking brake on. And alright, we need these two on as well. And I'm just going to set the autopilot here, so we want nav. Okay. And then we want flight level change. And obviously this we want a lot higher. So we can look at the performance tables here. So climb. Let's shoot for a climb at 220. And so we are going up to about 18,000. So it says 4 minutes 51 seconds. That's fine. And what we'll do is we'll shoot for 220, so let's put 220 in. Alright, so that's good to go. Flight level change, 220 knots. We're on the nav. And we can run the checklist here. So, go back to our checklist. So before takeoff, brakes hold, flight controls free and correct. We've done that. Transponder on, as you can see there. Autopilot master switch verify on. Trims check for takeoff, and they are within the takeoff there, as you can see, so that's good to go. Igniter on for the takeoff. Pitot heat, we'll get that on actually as well. We'll get both our landing light and strobe lights on for the external lights as required. And then that's it. So we're going to put our takeoff power 96% M1, rotate 85 knots. So let's go ahead and do that now. Get rid of the parking brake, taxi onto the runway here. And yeah, Orbx, brilliant job with these aircraft. I mean, for $22, I think they were, each, it's great value, absolutely. Lovely. Yeah, again, a very quick aircraft. See how quickly we get off the ground here. So we'll line up with the runway 07. And alright, so we're going to keep an eye here on our M1. So I'll zoom it. There we go, that's a bit of a better view for now. And we'll power up. And we want about 95% M1. Alright, that looks good to me. We'll rotate 85 knots. And there's 85, so we'll rotate there. . And right, gears going up. Lovely. So bring the pitch down slightly. Just zoom out on our G1000 here. Alrighty. And we'll hand fly. Flaps can go up. And I'm just going to recycle the flight level change. Your damper can go on as well. And then recycle the flight level change. So there it is, and set 220. Alrighty. And we'll set the autopilot here in just a second. So we'll go autopilot on. Autopilot is engaged. And I'm just going to go standard on the altimeter. And there it is. Our departure from Newcastle. Lovely stuff. Look at this beach. Looks very, very nice. Very, very convincing. Yeah, flying directly over the city here. Looks very good. Beautiful. And you can see there the city of Newcastle. Again, I'm on high settings here, not maximum but high. And yeah, it looks very good. Very, very good. See all the custom built bridges there. You can have all the windmills behind us. You can just about see there in the distance. A lovely beach along here. Lovely coastline. All been done very, very well. Beautiful. Alright, so we're looking good here. Look at that. Pitching for 220. And we'll hold it there and then we'll accelerate during our cruise. We look at the performance tables again. So you can see at our cruise, so we're going to be at 18,000 here. And we can cruise around 270 at 18,000. So we did say 18. We did say 18,000. Just gonna make sure. So we're gonna be at 18,000. We're gonna go for 270 knots. So it's gonna use 85% M1 roughly, and 62 gallons per hour of fuel. All very good stuff to know. That's US gallons. Alex, I'm everywhere, you can't hide. Lovely. And yeah, again, a lovely, lovely aircraft to be flying. Should probably get it tracked on Volanta. Sometimes when I load Volanta, it just doesn't connect, but after a refresh, it connects. I really like Volanta. A great piece of software. Very, very nice. I leave you with a nice view here of the Orbx True Earth. And again, a big thank you to Orbx for providing the channel with a copy for me to show you guys. Very, very much appreciated. Yeah, I really like the colour corrected auto. Looks so good. We leave Newcastle behind us. And let's see, we have the auto fuel tank selection on. So keep switching fuel tanks between the left and the right as it sees fit. So nice. Q8, flight deck do sim, Skymatics. Yeah. Lovely. And yeah, there's Orbx very nicely optimized as well. So we'll probably start our descent just before gas going off flight plan. So we can see. Okay, well we don't want to do anything that we weren't meant to. Put that way. Oh yeah, and you can change it to track up or north up. I prefer north up for the map. Synthetic vision looking very nice as well. I believe it was Oscar Pilot who did this. What a beautiful plane. Never heard of Epic Aircraft before, but I really like the aircraft, really do. Yeah, because we're on flight level change, aircraft's pitching for 220, so we just left the throttles at about 95% power there. And there is a sort of semi-auto throttle, which I'm not entirely sure if I'm using correctly, but we'll use that once we get to our cruise altitude here, 180. We should switch to the right fuel tank fairly soon, but if not, we'll do it manually. Nice climb out here. Other than that flickering. Should be pretty nice landing this aircraft as well. Very happy with these Airbus products so far. Not done much flying on the DA62, but from the short time I was trying it out, it seemed pretty good. And this auto with the Orbx looks so good. Alright, 1000 to go. Making nice progress here. So once we level off, we'll go to, what did we say? on the performance charts? We said 270, didn't we? For 18,000. Oh, yeah, and this aircraft has great performance too. What a lovely plane. You can turn the lights on as well. Very nice stuff. Oh, there you go. We've got the headset on. Very cool. We'll take those off, and yeah, we'll go 270 and just let it naturally speed up there. Super quick. Push the power up just a little bit. 99% on the M1, that's fine. Lovely, lovely plane. I'm really enjoying these G1000 suites as well. Once you get to know how to use them, very cool. So I believe what we can do is hit the CSC button, which should then set our throttles to maintain 270 once we get there. Also forgot igniter can go off. Don't need that whilst we're cruising. Yeah, a bit different flying today, but I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And I think after these aircraft, we'll have to get the Phenom as well, for sure. Did you use any visual mods? No, this is a default other than the Orbx True Earth, obviously. The cloud, lighting, all of that is default. Looking good here. Cruising nicely. And yeah, True Earth looks very nice. Very, very good. Great work from Orbx. So, next stream probably on Monday at 1900 Zulu. We'll be doing the 777 V2 failure stream. So we'll set failures up quite high and do some failures in that aircraft along the flight, see what we can do. And then I would like to do an Aerobasque sort of stream where we fly this, we'll fly the E1000 we flew on the way in, and the DA62. Show off some of these brilliant Aerobasque aircraft. Or maybe we'll do the DA62 since we've flown these two in this stream. Maybe we'll do that. We started descent not too long. Probably around pole, start our descent. There is a bit of a cruise sort of checklist here. ITT Max 840 at 543, so that's good. N1 Max 95, so we can bring this down slightly. To just under 95. That's fine. Trims adjusted, pitot heat as required. And then this is our descent checklist here. Alex, yes, very true, yeah. Enhanced skyscapes for XPlane 11. Very, very good indeed. And even the free version, Enhanced Cloudscapes, was really good. I remember using that in XPlane 11. So yeah, he's joined the Laminar research team, so that's really, really good. Steve, yeah. I can't wait for you guys to get the 777 as well. See my fellow pilots flying it as well. It's really, really good. Is there a 737-900 for XPlane? Not yet, but Level Up will be releasing their fleet of 737 aircraft based off the Zebo aircraft. I'm not sure when, but that should be coming. And they'll have the 600, 700, 800 and 900. So there's Liverpool. There's Manchester, in fact. So what we'll do is we'll start our descent, probably, yeah, at pole. Start our descent. We'll slow it down as well a little bit. And what we'll do is probably sort of fly close to Manchester, and then we'll turn right, so we get a good look at the city as well. I don't know why right now the Zebo and short final drops out the sky for me. Really? It seems okay for me. Have you played Microsoft Flight Sim? If so, you think XPlane or Microsoft Flight Sim is better? Well, it really depends what you're looking for in a flight sim. I do have Microsoft Flight Sim. I do enjoy it. But I enjoy XPlane more, to be completely honest with you guys. If you're looking for just visuals and stuff, then yeah, Microsoft Flight Sim is the way to go. But honestly, if you're looking for more, in-depth systems, a much better flight model, we've got a nicer variety of aircraft in XPlane as well, then XPlane is the way to go really. If you're using it as a training tool as well, then XPlane definitely. So let's start our descent. Let's see, so our platform altitude is 2,000, so we'll set 2,000 on the altitude, and then we'll go vertical speed, we'll go 1,500. Bring the power back. And we'll set 220 here. And we'll hold around there. So we should have gone into heading mode, so I forgot. Let's go heading 190. Select heading. Where is it? Heading. And activate this approach. So procedure, and we'll activate vectors to final. Lovely. And actually heading 200 will work. So alrighty, looking good then. Microsoft Flight Sim equals Visual XP. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No worries, Alex. That's fine. So yeah, we'll fly directly to Manchester pretty much here. And then we'll make our right turn towards the final approach. We'll be right through our speed there. But actually, 180 will be okay. We'll hold 180. Alrighty. So we'll hold 180. And what we can do, if we hit the CSC button, it's not going to do it for me, is it? Oh, we hit some turbulence. It's not going to do it for me. And that turbulence needs to go down. Jesus, that is loud. On the XP Realistic. Let's turn that down a little bit. That's better. No, we'll go flight level change, I think. And we'll go idle. Alright. So we'll go for a nice idle descent here. There's Manchester City. And the aircraft's going to pitch to maintain 180 knots there, so that's good. We'll turn right 10 degrees actually. Should be fine. Yeah, it looks very, very nice. Liverpool's off to our right. Manchester City down below. Looks absolutely brilliant. Only on high settings as well, so I imagine this on ultra. Looks great. I love these trees, so many trees. Vegetation is done very, very nicely. Nice idle descent, works very well. And we're going to be going through 10,000. Let's set our local QNH. It's going to be early, but we should try and be ahead of the aircraft here. So let's see. Weather in Liverpool, QNH 1029. Set that, go off standard barrow, and then 1029, lovely. And yeah, so we're just using flat level change, throttles are completely idle, and it's just pitching for 180, so a nice idle descent. And yeah, look at that. What a beautiful approach over Manchester City here. Lovely. Modelling and texturing on this aircraft is top notch. You know, the cockpit looks absolutely beautiful. He's done a brilliant job. Looks like we're hitting more turbulence. So where are we? 8,000. Alright, looking good. So we need to be at 2,000 by 8 miles out, so we'll do that plenty fine. There's Manchester Airport, where we started the stream. Looks huge in relation to the city. That's Time Models Manchester, by the way. Then we'll have Liverpool off to our right. I like the co-pilot. Beautiful, got a little airfield below us there. Brilliant. We're looking good on our descent. What we'll do is we'll when we intercept this the magenta line, we'll make a right turn. Alex, hey, I'm not sure. 6,000. And yeah, so we'll turn right to heading 266, which is the runway heading. And then we'll intercept the localizer as we get a bit closer, and the glide slope. brilliant. You can see Liverpool off to our right. Alex, be careful, you'll upset Linda. Oh, look at the water effects. Wow. A lot of planes, the water effects were broken in 12.1, but apparently not with the Airbus. This is the latest Airbus beta, by the way. Looks brilliant. Look at this. Wow. And we better be making that right turn towards the center fix, so let's do that now. And then we'll arm the approach. Oh, no, that's the autopilot button. Where's the approach? There's the approach button. Whoops. Alright, so it's got the localizer, so we're going to go and capture that. There's the glide slope coming in. Beautiful. And if we just bring up DM here, okay, we're 13 miles out. That's fine. Nice long final approach into Liverpool. Nicely intercepting the localizer. And I'll just put this on vertical speed so we don't blow through that. Go to 1,000. We'll go 500. Put the power back in to hold 180. And alright, so where's the runway? I can't see it. There's the runway. Look at those windmills and stuff as we approach. Very cool. And our landing speed is around the same, but around 105 knots. So fuel selector does need to go to the fullest tank, which is the right tank. And igniter does need to go on. And we'll go flaps down. And yeah, we'll land at around 105-ish. So let's just set 105 in here. Just so I have a bug for reference. Holding about 160 right now. Holding altitude, waiting to intercept that glide slope. We do have some turbulence. That power station. Looks like we've got docks in the city over there. We'll take a look at that once we land. These bridges here. All the custom landmarks. Very, very nice. And 8 miles out. Yeah, brilliant. See the landing light is on there. Lovely. And yeah, we got these custom bridges there. Alright, so how far away are we? 6 miles already. That looks brilliant. A lovely approach. I need the A319, so expensive. Oh, the tow list is worth it though. Let's start bringing the power back, slow it down. I'm going to power back further. And we'll go flaps for landing then, gear down. Alright, so we'll set our power for this approach. lot of power there to maintain 105. Absolutely, Alex. All the good add-ons, not cheap. To be fair, these Airbus products, good value for money. I know I got them on, you know, on sale, 35% off, but for $22, this is pretty good. And all right, so let's get autopilot. So you've got your damper off and then autopilot off. My aircraft. It is turbulent here. What kind of winds we got? Oh, 10 knot crosswind, that'd be why. From the right. So let's see what we can do here into Liverpool. I've not flown into Liverpool on the channel before, actually. Aircraft's being blown about all over the place. Getting a little bit high, but that's fine. Better to be a bit high than too low. And yeah, we'll take a look at the city that we can see off there to our right once we land. Maintain 105 knots, stay on this glide slope. It's looking okay so far. What a lovely airport, right on the riverbank. Easy jet flying here, jet 2 as well, I think. Let's get back on the centre line. Do have a 10 knot crosswind. But oh, and it's a wet runway as well. To idle, hold the attitude, hold it, hold it, hold it. Alright, and we're down right on the center line. No reversing this. We'll hit the brakes and we'll take this high speed exit. Alrighty, lovely stuff. Flaps can go up. Runcorn Power Station, Rock Savage. Ah, lovely. Thank you. I want to buy a flight stick or yoke or something, but they're all expensive. They are. They are. If you want recommendations, do let me know. Hey, Fix. Welcome to Cuda Captain. Thank you very much for being a member on the channel. Got an EasyJet taxiing out there. And so if you join the Discord, links in the description, you'll get the special members role and you'll get access to all the perks there and access to our members only live streams every month. There's a Ryanair taking off. Looks like they're using the opposite runway to what I use. Even got the heat blare from them. Look at that. Love Traffic Global. Thomas, thank you very much. We'll take a look at the replay yet again. But that was a little bit better in all those conditions. Oh, we didn't go to the GA apron. See, by default, I went to the airliner apron, and we are out of our depth here. We'll go to this next to the Ryanair. All those passengers in there will be jealous. My little jet here. And all these airlines look so big when you're down here. This close to the ground in a little. In this little epic jet. Oh, we have Marshaller. Yes, brilliant. That's from Auto DGS. Brilliant freeware plugin. And we'll park it up here as that EasyJet takes off. Wonderful. What a wonderful sight. It's nice to be able to actually see the Marshaller as you get up close to him. Right, so we'll stop there, get the parking brake set, and we'll run through the checklist here very quickly. So after landing, power lever idle, flaps up, trim reset to neutral. So just reset that there, opposite way. Alex, I have to agree. Thrustmaster Boeing yoke, absolutely brilliant. That's what I've been using this whole stream, and it feels amazing. Even flying J aircraft, you can fly, you know, really well. But for flying, you know, big heavy Boeings, lovely. And I'm using the Honeycomb Bravo as well, the GA throttles today. So, pressurization air, we'll turn that off. Igniter off. Pitot heat can go off. We don't need our landing lights or our strobe lights, or a taxi light for that matter. And shutdown, so parking brake check, power lever idle, trim and autopilot master switches off, so get all of these off actually. External lights off, aircon fan off, so close that. And then after 1 minute at low idle, which we have been now, we'll cut off. So there it is. So we'll cut off, fuel pumps can go off. Fuel selector to the closed position, there it is. Avionics master off, and then all switches go off. Look at that. Alright, perfect. Let's just let me complete the flight on Volanta. Hey, Fix wants to be your friend. Alright, we'll accept that on Volanta. There it is. Chord native. And okay, so let's take a look at this landing then. And then we'll take a look at the Liverpool city before we conclude the stream here. And oh, look at that. Perfect. Okay. Oh, look at that. What a floater. Not too bad. Not my best. Not my worst. Lovely, lovely plane. Really enjoying flying these things. Especially that turboprop. That E1000 has to be my favourite out of the three, I think, so far. Just the startup sound on that turboprop. So, so nice. Yeah, too used to airliners. We fled really high, but we got it down. Need to get a custom livery made for this thing, I reckon. That looks amazing. So let's take a look at a tower view here. Look at that with the power station and the bridges in the background. Looks pretty good. You forgot to place chocks and tie the plane to the ground or it will float away again. Yes, Alex, good point. Yes, we'll do that as soon as we get out of replay. Too used to big airliners. Yeah, I don't know why we fled so early. We really held it off there. And then we got it down. What a beautiful aircraft. Epic. Some nice looking planes they make. Absolutely. This swooping engine here, the outlet, so nice. Lovely. Well, let's get the chocks on. There it is. You get all the engine covers and all that good stuff. So looks brilliant. And let's take a look at. I'm just going to disable XP realistic so we don't have that horrible wind sound. But let's take a look at the city here. In the rain. And yeah, it looks good. We've got all the bridges over there and the power station. I've been to Liverpool. Lovely, lovely city. And yeah, looks so nice. Orbx have just done a brilliant job. Brilliant, brilliant job. So we get closer to the city here. Or that approach from, where's the airport? Liverpool, if you're on the opposite runway, that would look really cool, right? We'll have to do some more flying into Liverpool, I think. Yeah, we got the boat here. Static, but still looks pretty nice. All the custom buildings here. These are all of these main ones are custom. Got a bit of a Ferris wheel here. And yeah, it looks pretty good. Cathedral. Got the dock, Liverpool docks. And the beach. We went to this beach when I went. All the windmills. All animated as well. Got a bit of an industrial area over here. With a bunch of, looks like locks. Yeah, remember I am not on higher settings. So obviously building density can go up if you choose to. If your PC can run it. Got a crane. So here's the dock. Looks very nice. Obviously you're not really going to see it up close like this in Flight Sim. Unless you're doing what I'm doing. Showcasing the scenery off. But when you're on approach to Liverpool Airport, that must look good, right? From up top. Very, very nice indeed. And FPS is pretty nice as well. So there's Liverpool. Nice coastlines. Look at that. Very, very nice indeed. So, alrighty then. So in the rain. That's going to be the end of the stream there then. 2 legs today. So we went from Manchester to Newcastle and then Newcastle to Liverpool in some 2 epic aircraft, quite literally. And yeah, some GA flying. Really enjoyed that. Hope you guys got a good look at Orbx Central. A big thank you to Orbx, of course, as well for providing the channel with a copy. Thank you to all of you for being here. Thank you, Fitz, for becoming a member on the channel. Thanks, Tom, Alex, Stan, everyone else who has been here. And I shall see you on Monday for our Flight Factor 777 failure stream. So, thank you all, Alex. Early evening. Yeah, we started the stream an hour early. Yeah, so thank you all very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.